Hi guys, admin Ryan. Hi guys, Ryan here. As promised, so so to now I've got the review for you of the airfix 172nd scale of the airfix 172 scale eurofighter typhoon f.2 or f Mark 2 out of the RF centenary gift set. Out of the RF centenary, out of the RF centenary gift set, which is here, which is the plane on the top of the box, as it were, or closest to the top of the box. Um, Obviously, Airfix, as I said in the previous, as I said when I did the review of the Camel and the Spitfire. Obviously, Airfix have sent me this set for free, although they have not paid me what to say or do from the photo. So without further ado, obviously I just want to say a huge thank you to Adam and Emily Houghton of Airfix and Hornby Hobbies respectively for sending me this kit for free, although they have not paid me what to do or say, and my opinions on the kit are, from that point of view, are strictly my own. The kit on my opinions on the kit from that point of view are strictly my own. Are strictly my own. So, yeah, and obviously a huge thank you. Um, obviously before and also just quick, obviously a quick thank you to my godfather for obviously a huge thank you to my godfather um, for getting in touch with Hornby Hobby of Adam and Emily Houghton of Airfix and Hornby Hobbies, because without without my godfather getting in touch with them, none of this would have happened, sort of thing. So obviously huge thank you to my godfather for getting in touch with Airfix to enable them to recognise my talent and my talent, my talent and my passion for the hobby. So, and also to enable them to send me this kit for free, sort of thing. Um, as I said, as I already said, I haven't paid me what to say or do, so my opinions on the kit will be strictly my own. Box up. So on the box, obviously you've got the Sopwith. Obviously you've got the Sopwith Camel, which I've already built, which as you said, which I've already built, and the videos for that are on the channel, our store are on the channel. The Spitfire, which I've just done the final review for, and obviously the main topic of today's video is the Typhoon. So obviously on the top of the box you've got the Typhoons, the squadron that the Typhoon belongs to, as in the color scheme. Obviously, the length, which is 221 millimeters, width 152 millimeters, and 65 pieces. And total number of parts is 65. And also on the back of the box, you've got the side profile of the Typhoon, the side profile of the Typhoon, the top side view of the Typhoon, and the underside view of the Typhoon. You've also got how far. Obviously here you've got how fast how you've got the its top speed, its weapon, which of course it's got 120. The fact that this aircraft, it says here that the aircraft's got, or the aircraft carries 127 millimeter 1020 one one 120 millimeter internally mounted 27 millimeter 27 millimeter Mauser cannon, obviously 9,000 pound and 9,000 kilograms of payload, which are which are four 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 AMRAAMs and two ASRAAMs. Well, that's actually six, because That's actually 6. It's 6 AMRAMs because you get that's actually an error. There's an error on that box because it's actually gets 6 AMRAMs in the kit because you get 4 for the underbelly and then 2 extra AMRAMs for the middle pylons, and then you've got the 2 ASRAMs on the very outer pylons, as well as the drop tanks. But yeah. So we'll have a look in the instructions. We'll have a look at the instructions for the kit, shall we? And then so obviously here's your instructions. Obviously for all 3. Obviously we covered the history of the we covered the history. Obviously we covered what the of what the the history of the RAF when I built the history of the RAF when I built the Sopwith Camel. If you guys want to pause that and read, if you guys would like to pause that and read the history, the RAF history on it, the history of the RAF, feel free to do so. Obviously you got your assembly icons, assembly instructions, and your assembly icon instructions. And then obviously this is a 1 to 7. No, 1 to. This is a 1 to state. This is a 1 to state 6. This has got a total. This has got a total subassembly. This has got a total. This has got a total subassembly stages of 6. And obviously for those for those of you who are now basically what I'm about to do is, because those of you who have been subscribed to me, subscribed me since those of you who've been subscribed to me since I've started the channel will know that obviously I do obviously as part of the kit review I will give you a rundown of the actual build process, so that you guys know how much so you guys will get so basically you guys get to see what how much get to see the breakdown of the construction of the kit, the assembly, the breakdown. I'll basically give you a breakdown of the assembly of the kit, and obviously then it also gives me, and then obviously it gives me the breakdown of the kit, and obviously 2 reasons. 1, it gives you the chance to see the breakdown. I'll break down that way. I can give it. Obviously, by doing so, I can break down the assembly of the kit for you guys, and then for you gents and lady, for you ladies and gents and lady, gents and ladies, lady and gents and lady, or ladies, shall I say, because there might be more than one female because there's female modelers out there as well, you see, these days. But yeah, so basically you guys get to see the breakdown of the kit, and obviously not only that, and 2, obviously I can then sort of decide when obviously I show you the obviously I can then pick through the build stages. I can then pick to show you when exactly I do the first update on pick how many stages I do, how many assembly stages before I do the first update, if that makes sense. So stage 1. So the first sub-assembly stage sees you put the pilot, the ejector seat, the pilot, the ejector seat, and the pilot into the cockpit tub, as well as the control, as well as the joystick, as well as the joystick and the instrument panel. And obviously the side, you don't get, just so you guys know, you don't get any side console detail in terms of molded side console detail. The detail for the side consoles are purely decals. You get two decals for the side consoles and the instrument panel. Obviously, stage 2, you assemble the canards. Stage 2, you assemble the canards, and the stage 3, you assemble the cockpit into the upper fuselage half, into the upper airframe half, and then you assemble the cockpit into the upper airframe half, the upper fuselage half with the top wings, with the top side of the wings molded to mold the upper fuselage, the upper airframe half with the reason I say upper airframe half is because the fuselage are molded. The fuselage and wings are molded. The upper half of the fuselage and the upper half of the fuselage and wings are molded as one, are molded all in one. And then obviously you add the canards to the lower airframe half with the lower airframe half, and obviously don't forget to put your, and obviously it's telling you there to remind you to put in there 5 grams of nose weight, which to be honest you can quite easily do. If you're not sure about nose weight, in terms of if you think it's still going to be a nose sitter after that, because I've built this kit a couple of times previously, I have put nose weight either side of the nose gear, and on top of the nose gear, because of course obviously because you don't get because on this kit you don't get full length intakes on this, full length air intakes on this. And then obviously stage 4, you put the nose cone, the cockpit canopy, the air brake, and the wingtip pods, and the wingtip ESM pods, and the tail fin on. Oh, I forgot, and you also put on stage 3. You also put on component 13, which I should imagine is either the fuel dumping valve, or the brake chute housing, or the brake parachute housing. But yeah, stage 4, you put on the nose cone, the canopy, the air brake, the ECM wing, the ECM wingtip, the ECM pods, which are the ECM pods, which are effectively the wingtips, and obviously the horizontal, and obviously the vertical stabilizer. Stage 5, you put on the front of the air intake, the front of the air, the front air intake assembly on, the very front of the air intake assembly on, the nose gear, the nose wheel with its landing, with the landing light, the nose gear door, the main landing gear, the main landing gears, the main landing gear, and the main landing gear doors on, and the afterburner cans, and the afterburner nozzles, and the two afterburner nozzles there and there. And then stage 6, which to be honest, I'm probably gonna, which to be honest, and then stage 6 is pretty much putting on the two drop tanks, putting on the pylons for the two, putting on the pylons for the two drop tanks, the AMRAMs, and the two wing mount, and the two AMRAMs that go on the two wing that go on the wing pylons, and the ASRAMs and their pylons as well. Which, to be honest, I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna put the pylons on. I'm probably gonna put the wing pylons, the pylons for the drop tanks and the missiles on, but I'm not gonna actually put the missiles. I'm not going to actually put the missiles on until after. I'm not going to put the missiles on until I've actually painted the aircraft, because I just think it's a bit. In terms of painting the missiles, it's a whole lot easier to paint them separately rather than paint them, leave them off the pylons and paint them separately, rather than trying to paint them on the when they're on the weapons pylons, if that makes sense. And then obviously color scheme. So your color scheme, guys, is for obviously a Eurofighter Typhoon F.2 of number 17 Squadron, RAF Coningsby, UK 2007. And of course you've got your color call outs and your decal place, and your color call outs and decal placements, for this as well. So color call outs, so these are all obviously color call outs. These are all for Humbrol colors. Obviously you guys might use different colors, different paint brands, so you might need to use a conversion chart to get the color that you guys need for this. But obviously it's calling for number 11 silver, 33 matte black. The main colors it calls for on this sheet, on the color sheet, are for number 11 metallic, number 11 silver, which is a metallic, number 11 silver, 33 matte black, 130 satin white, 165 medium sea grey, 166 light aircraft grey, and obviously number 167 camouflage grey. Obviously the medium sea grey, obviously, as you guys can probably see, I don't know if you're going to see this very well. I'm hoping you guys can. But on all three of the greys, the medium sea grey, the light aircraft grey, and the camouflage grey, have all got their British standard number below the actual before its British standard number, which is for the medium sea grey is British standard 381 color 6 color B, British standard 381 color 637, and obviously British standard 381 6 colored 627, and obviously British standard 381 color 626 for the camouflage grey, or barley grey as they call it these days. But yeah, you've also got the decal placements. You've only got you've also got the decal placements. You've only got 11 decals for this. Though you haven't got many decals for this, so as such there's no need for a decal for a stencil data sheet. but yeah, you've also got the, obviously, as well as the airframe itself, you've got the, as well as the airframe itself, you've got the color callouts for the drop tanks and the AMRAAMs, the AMRAAMs and the ASRAAMs, the AMRAAMs and the ASRAAMs, the AMRAAMs and the ASRAAMs, and the, obviously, the pylons, the inner pylons, the median, the inner pylons, the middle pylons, and the outer pylons as well. So you guys have seen. So I'm just, so yeah, I'll just give you guys. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to give you guys another look at the sub-assemblies and the sub-assembly, so you guys can see. So you guys can see how it looks, and then obviously I'm going to give you. And then what I'm also going to then do is I'm going to give you guys, and then I'm going to give you guys a look at the sub-assembly and the paint diagram and the paint diagram and the painting diagram and the painting diagram, and then obviously what I'm going to do is obviously actually get to the you know, obviously show you what you came to watch the review for, and that is the sprues themselves. Right, let's have a look at the sprues, shall right shoot let's have a look at the sprues, shall we? Let's have a look at the sprues, shall we? Just so you guys know, I have because obviously I did because just if you guys might, I don't know if you guys remember, but obviously because I have somewhat previewed this kit, because I somewhat showed you, because I somewhat got you, because I don't know if you guys might remember, because I got the kit out of the bag, because I got the kits out, because I got the kit out of the bags, all three kits out of the bag in this set, all three kits of this set out of the bag when I did the overall review of the set. Obviously the bags have been opened, so from that point of view, you guys have. So this is just this is just guys. This guys is just a somewhat of a recap review, if a quick recap review, if that makes sense. But yeah. And also I have taken off some of the parts off the sprues so I can just do test fitting. So I suppose we'll get them as they come out. We'll get them out as they come out of the sprue. So here you've got, I don't know how well this is going to come out, but you've got the here you got the upper, here you got the upper fuselage half, fuselage. Here you got the upper fuselage half or upper airframe half, I suppose, is for a better word, because of course the reason I say that is because obviously the top surface of the wing, the top surface of the wing is molded in one to the fuselage. And I don't know how well you're getting this. I don't know how well you're picking this up, but obviously the panel, because this is a 90s kit, 1990, this is sort of a 90s kit. The majority of the detail on this kit is raised rather than the majority of the detail of this kit is raised rather than recessed. The majority of this detail, the majority of the panel lines are raised. The majority of the panel lines are raised rather than recessed. Raised rather than recessed. I mean, but the leading edges, the leading edge flaps the the wing lead the leading edge the leading edge flaps are the leading edge flaps and spoilers are the leading edge flaps and lift devices. The leading edge flaps are the wing leading edge the leading edge flaps on both aircraft are recessed as well as the um the ailerons. And the reason I say they're ailerons because they act as both of the elevator and the ailerons as well. Or I can't remember if they call them the eleverons, the eleveron. I can't remember if they call them the eleverons or the flapperons or these days, because on the Typhoon, guys, the reason why the reason I say that they're the eleverons is because they obviously when the pilot pitches the aircraft up, these raise obviously the flight control surfaces on the rear of the wing. They both obviously they pitch up or down symmetrically, and obviously when the pilot wants to bank left, or if the pilot wants to when the pilot pitches the aircraft up or down, obviously the ailerons obviously pitch up or pitch down asymmetrically. The ailerons pitch up or pitch down asymmetrically. But if the pilot wants to bank right, wants to bank left or right, obviously then they pitch then they pitch asymmetrically, in that one obviously pitches up whilst the other pitches down, if that makes sense. Obviously the ailerons are molded with the wings, so they are not separate piece, and therefore they are not separate piece, so therefore they're not a separate piece, so they're not posable. Um, they're not posable, so to speak. But yeah, that is the upper fuselage half, and like I say, I I don't I'm hope like I say, cameras at the best of times struggle to pick up the panel lines, but I'm hoping you guys can see the raised panel lines on this. But they're molded. Considering this is a 90s kit, considering this model was first molded in the 1990, is molded in the 90 was false molded in the 1990 as part of the Eurofighter 2000, as and was initially released as the Eurofighter 2000. It's I suppose you could argue it's somewhat fared well compared to other kits that Airfix have released from compared to some of the older kits that Airfix have released. But yeah, that's the top fuselage half, top fuselage and wing, top airframe half, and the reason I say airframe is because it's got the molds. It's got the fuselage and the wings molded in one. Oh, and the outer section. Oh, and it also has got the outer. It's got the outer lower wing section, the outer section of the lower wings, the underside, the outer section of the underside of the lower wing molded in as well. Speaking of which, here's the lower or the under the lower fuselage airframe. I'm just going to call it the lower airframe half, because of course it's got the inner lower the underside of the underside of the inner wing section of the inner wing section molded as well, molded as one piece to the fuselage, to the to the fuselage. So you've got your, again, really nice panel detail, really nice panel line detail. The majority of it is the majority of it, the majority of the panel lines on the underside of the wing are raised details, but obviously the leading edge flaps are recessed, and also obviously you've got the mounting point, the four underbelly mounting points for the for the AMRAAMs, and also you've also got the nose wheel, you've got the nose wheel bay and the main landing gear bays, and you've got, considering this is molded in the 90s, you've got some detail of the hydraulic pipework and actuate of the hydraulic pipework and hydraulic cylinders and pipework for the main landing gear. Also you've got the also you have got and also you've got for the and also you also have got the you've got the holes for the pylons that hold the drop tanks, that for the drop tank pylons pre-drilled, as well as the hole for the middle, as well as the pylon, as well as the middle, as well as the holes for the middle pylon, as well as the holes for the middle pylon, as well as the holes for the middle pylon, which are pre-drilled for the middle pylons for the AMRAAMs. And also you've got the and also you've got the panel lines that make up the engine, the Eurojet engine cover. You've got obviously the panel lines that make up the engine access doors. There. And obviously just so that you guys get to see this, and obviously the reason ultimately I got this out, I got this thing out the sprue, I got this out the bag so that I could test fit. Obviously test fits, I mean, to be honest, it test fits really quite well, actually, considering, this is a 90s kit. I mean, yes, you have got flash on the edges of the parts, and you have got, obviously, certainly on the underside, on the underside towards the left, on the underside, you have got, obviously, you still got the sprue tabs, but I've still got the sprue tabs. The sprue tabs are there, but in terms of fit, it tends to fit. It actually fits quite nicely. The kit, considering it's a 90s kit, fits quite nicely. And obviously I'm just gonna literally, what I'm doing now is I'm just literally test fitting the air intake parts so that you guys get to see how the air intakes fit, because obviously with the Typhoon, obviously because quite a few model manufacturers do the Typhoon as a model, quite often when you fit the air intake you do end up having end up having a step or a gap for the air intake. But yeah, so just so that you guys get to see what it fits like. Anyway, well, I was hoping I was get to see what it's going to fit like, but obviously that you'll see. But anyway, that's not actually going to work. But yeah, you've got obviously you got the two, you got a couple of parts for the air intake. You've got a couple of parts here for the air intake. For the air in, you've got a couple of parts. So yeah, you got the upper, you got sort of the up. This is the upper. This is the upper part of the air intake, which fits to the fuselage. Got the upper part of the air intake here, which fits the fuselage, the underside of the fuselage. No, there's not. To be honest, there's not really any detail other than the guide, other than these two guide sort of guide these two raised lines that guide the lower part of the intake, which is here, which is covered in flash, which will need clean up when I actually come around to building this. But also you've got the obviously the full, obviously you've got you've also got embedded to the air intake the obviously the sparrow, the recess for the sparrow for the aim nine for the AMRAAMs. Right. Um, so we've got drop tanks here. Obviously they're in two halves. These are the bottom half. These are the bottom half of the. These are the bottom halves of the. These are the bottom half of the drop tanks, and these are the top halves. Because obviously the top you can quite easily tell the top half. They're the top halves because of course the top halves have got the locating holes for mounting the locating holes for mounting the pylon, the drop tank onto the pylon. Obviously, airfix have rather conveniently also stuck an arrow an arrow on top of the drop tank, noting what way round you actually fit the tank to the pylon, which is quite handy because obviously someone could quite easily end up mounting the pylon and mounting the drop tank, and the drop tank end up getting put in the wrong way, if you know what I mean. So yeah, those are the drop tanks. And obviously, and then obviously, and then here on this sprue, which just going to perhaps bring to you now, you've got on this sprue here. On this sprue here, you've got the canards, the full. You've got the two. You've got the canards. You've got the can. Obviously, you've got the canards. You've got the canards, the nose cone, the canards, the nose cone, and the horizontal stabilizer halves, which have a mixture of which the horizontal stabilizer half, which has a horizontal the vertical the half the two vertical stabilizer halves, which have a mixture of raised and recessed details. Mixture of raised and recessed details. You've got the nose gear. You've got the nose gear, the two main gears, the ECM, the ECM pod, the ECM wingtip pods here, and they're in halves. You've also got the outer. You've got the outer. You've got the inner. You've got the middle pylons. The middle weapons pylons for the AMRAAMs here. You got the inner. You got the middle weapons pylons for the AMRAAMs here. You've got the inner pylons for the drop tanks here, and obviously here you've got. Don't know how well you're going to pick this up, but you've also got the cockpit tub. Got the cockpit tub here. Cockpit tub right here. Obviously, as I said in the review, as I said in the instructions, it's not got any detail on the sidewalls because obviously you've got a decal because you've got no sort of molded detail for the sidewalls, but you have got a decal for it. So you have got a decal from that point of view. So you have at least got a decal, but there's decals for the sidewalls there. So yeah, that's that sprue. Oh, and you've also got the you've got the sort of, you've got the circular cylinder which holds the two canards in place, and on that you've also got the wheel door, which is, that's from the, and this is the inside of the wheel door, so you've got some detail on the inside, of the wheel door, on the nose gear wheel well door. So as well, suppose, where am I going to get? So here, do we have part? Just trying to look if we've got part. Oh, if we've got part 6, part 29. Because if not, I'm going to have to email. That's part 27. That's part 28. Anyway, but yeah, we got the, so here we got you got the 6 AMRAAMs molded in one piece, so none of this business of, so again, there's none of this business, so again, there's none of this molded in one piece, so there's none of this business of actually having to stick two missile halves. There's none of this business of having to stick all 4 fins, slot in, or glue the fins on separately, and then making sure they're all aligned properly. So you get the 6, you get the 4, you get two, you get the 2 ones that go, so you got the 2 that go on the pylons, you got the 2 that go on the weapons pylons, and then you've got the 4 that go on the underbelly of the aircraft. You've got the tires. You've got the tire. You've got the tire. You've got the main gear wheels here and here, and the afterburner cans, as well as the gear doors. You've got the gear doors. You've got the landing gear actuators here. The main landing gear actuators here. You've got the speed brake actuator here. You've got the brake parachute housing, or fuel dump valve here. You've got the ASRAAMs here. Got the nose. Got the ASRAAMs here, and you've got the nose gear here, and obviously part, and you've got the laser, the laser IRS targeting system that goes just to the left of the on the left hand side of the fuselage, and you've got the ASRAAM pylons. Got the back of the pilot and the pilot seat and the instrument panel. Obviously, you've got the afterburner cans here, and then obviously I'll just turn it round. So you got turn it round. So here you've got so front, so on the so you've got the other, got the get the nose gate, you got the nose. Obviously, here's the front of the nose wheel, front of the nose wheel, front of the nose wheel here. Got the front of the nose wheel here, the underside of the AMRAMs. Obviously, you got the top side of the air brake, the other side of and obviously the gear doors from the other side of the wheels, and obviously here you've got the pilot, the ejector seat, and obviously you've got the control column, not the control column, the instrument panel. Yeah, you got the instrument. You got the instrument panel here again. Like the cockpit, you got no detail on it because you got no cockpit in the instrument. You got no instrument panel detail in terms of molded detail because you get a decal for that, for it, so to speak. You get a decal for it. But yeah, all the parts are nicely molded. Some of them, obviously, because this is a kit that's been in the range since the 90s, since the 1990s as the EF2000, and obviously in more recent years it's been it's been sold as the Typhoon as the large starter set, as the large starter set. Obviously you have got, for a kit of this age, you have got some flash. You have got some flash on it, but obviously there's not, like I say, there's not a lot you can do when it comes to a kit of this age. I'm afraid, I suppose, what I'm trying to say. But yeah, but with a little bit of cleanup, that will. But yeah, what I'm trying to say is, guys, with a little bit of cleanup, this should go together, no problems. Because I've built this kit 3 times previously, so I'm just going to give you guys a quick look at the sprues, and then I'll move on to the decals. Oh, hang on, I've got something. There's one quite key component I forgot. And I'll show you those, and I'll show you guys it in a minute. But yeah, I'll just show you the other components on the sprues. that one, yeah, that one. And finally, because I completely forgot the clear part. So obviously here you've got the so here you've got the landing light. You've got the landing light. You've got the landing light here on the sprue. Clarity, crystal. At the end of the day, clear in terms of clarity. It's crystals. You can get it. And obviously you've got the. So here you've got the front windshield. You got the front windshield again. Clarity, although it's obviously clarity, it's somewhat clarity, crystal clear, hardly any magnification. Obviously, not too. No, in terms of magnification and distortion, not too much. Obviously, it's not always hard to maintain clarity and it's not what I'm trying to say. It's not easy to maintain clarity in terms of being able to look through the cockpit for the perspex, the clear perspex parts. Bear in mind, it's a curved structure, as it were. So yeah, that's the front windshield, the front windscreen, and then obviously this is the main cockpit canopy. Framing on the canopy is done really nicely. Framing on the canopy is done really nicely. It's not overdone. It's not overdone, but it's not underdone, but it's not overdone. So it's done really nicely. So if you guys do mask up your canopies, you could quite easily cut. You could quite easily mask set. Quite get. Conform your mask set to the mask. Conform your masking tape to the masks to the masking. Conform the masking tape to the canopy framing. Or alternatively, these days, of course, guys, I should imagine Edward do a mask set for this. So I should imagine Edward doing our set for this. So alternative, if you don't fancy cutting your masking tape to length, I should imagine then Edward do a mask set for it, and you can more or less do it that way. Finally, I suppose, here's your, and of course, finally, here are your decals. Here are your decals. Obviously, you've got the instrument panel. You've got the instrument panel. You've got the instrument panel decal and you've got the instrument panel decal and the side console decals for the side consoles. But you've also got the two roundels for the wings, the the two roundels for the wings, the fuselage roundel and squadron insignia, and 17 squadron insignia. The 17 squadrons coat of arms or emblem, the emblem for 17 squadron, or coat of arms for 17 squadron below below the below the roundel. The the squadron code, which will go the aircraft code, and obviously the aircraft's registration number. And you've got a couple of stencils. You've got a couple of stencils. You've got a couple of stencils. You've got the RF fin flashes, and also you've got the warning explosive symbols that go just below the cockpit, just to let the ground crew know that obviously the ejector seat and the canopy is armed. And obviously I don't think you're going to get it very well, but you've also got the pilot who flies the aircraft at the very top, next to as the first decal, next to the squadron 17 squadron, Typhoon 17 squadron thingy. Decals are decals wise clarity are really decals wise clarity, printed color, printed really full of color, printed in color. Decals are to decals are in register and color and very colorful. Obviously the RAF markings are the more modern low vis markings that the RAF carries these days. But yeah, but yeah. So yeah, that was basically my review of the Eurofighter Typhoon out of the Argentina gift set. Looks still obviously look, it is a really, having built the kit couple of times, a few times, having built the kit 2 times previously, is a really nice kit. It is a really nice kit. It is a really nice kit, guys, and it is a really nice kit. It is a really nice kit, guys. Obviously, because it is because it has it's been in the it's been in because it has been released since quite on quite a regular basis since the 1990s. It is showing its it is starting to the mold itself. The molds are starting to show themselves, are starting to show signs of wear and tear in terms of flash and things like that. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed like I say, I hope you guys enjoyed that review. I hope you guys enjoyed the review, and I'll see you guys on the first update of this kit. Like I don't know when, because I've still got to edit. Obviously, I don't know when that'll be, because I've still got to edit. I've still got to edit, and I've still got to edit this. I've still got to edit this review and the two. I've still got to edit this review and the final 2 reveals that I've done earlier on today. But I did earlier on today. But until yeah, earlier on today. But until next time, till the first update, which I don't know when it is. Happy modelling. Take care. Stay safe, and obviously happy until the next time. So obviously till the next time. Like I say, thank you for watching the test. And yeah, so which I don't know when it'll be. So that's it. So I'll see you guys. The next video you see of me after the next time you'll see me is when you get the first update on the Typhoon. I don't know the build, but obviously before I go, obviously as I said at the beginning of the video, huge thank you to Adam and Emily Houghton of huge thank you to Adam and Emily Houghton of Airfix and Hobby Hobbies respectively for sending me this kit for free, although they haven't paid me what to do or say. So my opinion, obviously, as I said at the beginning of the video, my opinions on the kit are strictly my own. And obviously a huge thank you to my godfather who got in touch with Airfix to effectively arrange all this in terms of sending me, in terms of me Airfix sending me the kit out free for me to review and build. But yeah, other than that, but now that I've got that part of the way, obviously thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you guys on the first update, which I don't know when, but don't know when it'll be, because I don't know when that'll be, because obviously I've still got to get the final reveal video, the final reveal videos for the Spitfire and the Mustang edited, and I've got to edit this video as well. But obviously I will bring this. Obviously I'll bring that video. When I do have the first update for you guys, I will show you. I'll bring it to you, sort of thing, or you'll see when you'll see it. Yeah, I'll bring it to you, sort of thing. So till the next video, till the next video, thank you very much. Till the next video, guys, ladies and gents and lady, take care, stay safe, and I'll see you guys next time. All right, bye.